Well, hello, hello, hello. I've got all my warm stuff on tonight because I've still not got the heating on. Although I may actually give in and put the halogen because I'm feeling a little bit chilly, if the truth be known. And to get my beads out in case Shad comes along, haven't I? Oh, hi Esther. Well, the weather's not that bad today. It's not raining, so we have to look on the bright side, don't we? And I think it's time I put the heater on, if it'll come on. It doesn't usually, unless I give the plug a kick. Oh dear, Immy. No, the plug's not going on. What is wrong with this? Oh, it's come on now. Oh, I know why it's not level. There we go. It's very temperamental, this halogen heater. If it's not dead level, it won't come on. Oh, hiya, Sophie. Hiya. I was fiddling with my halogen heater because it's a little bit nippy. I've got my coffee. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, cheers, cheers. Well, I call it a good day because it's not raining. So that's a good day to me. Why am I over there? Yeah, that's better. Yeah, it's a good day to me. I've got my curtain rod fixed, so, people going past to the shop can't peer in anymore. I've got my new roller mouse, got that working. What else have I done today? Well, I've got my teeth, but I've shown you that before. I actually said that they cost me 140 something. I did it the wrong way around. 410 it was. I'm dyslexic with numbers. I say them back to front. I think I've told you that before, that I don't know how I passed my driver's test because I read the number plate back to front. But he did say the actual rules just say, can you read the number plate? And you did read the number plate, so I can't fail you on that. It's just that you read it the wrong way. I'm unusual, yeah. I've still got my Velcro thingy on because I've still got a headache in my neck, yeah. But apart from that, I'm doing all right. I've done the back and the front of the sweaters that I was crocheting last. But as I was going to do the sleeves and I'd have to be working out my increases, I decided against it. So I started another hexagon jacket, would you believe? I'm doing it in the Yarnsmith. The colour is Dive, and the ball is already falling apart. And my custard jug is in the other room with the other ball of wool. Yeah, it's coming up. It's purple. If it doesn't look purple, it always looks blue on my computer. It's purple and turquoise and sort of like a lilac-y colour. So that's what I'm doing, because I didn't think I could concentrate on keeping the pattern straight and increasing at the same time on my sleeves. I'll get round to the sleeves again. I will. So how are we all doing? Well, I've got 15 people in and only 2 people said hello. I'm feeling neglected. 2 people saying hello to me. Well, 3 if you count Stormy. We have to count Stormy as well, don't we, Sophie? Yeah. So I've got 3 people talking to me. Oh, you're wondering if your Wi-Fi will hold up. Why is it stormy? Or is it just that you've got dodgy Wi-Fi where you live? I used to have dodgy Wi-Fi, if you remember, when I lived in the other house, but touching wood, the Wi-Fi's been fine here. So It's worse when you've got dodgy Wi-Fi when you're trying to do a live. So if you just trust me on that one, when you don't know if you're going to disappear at any given time. Yeah. You've got dodgy Wi-Fi. Is it your provider or just the area that you're living in? When I moved here, I had to change providers because the one I had in Fleetwood, it had a really poor signal when I got down here. So I had to change to a different provider. That's why I wasn't on for 3 weeks when I first moved, because I had to wait 3 weeks to get an appointment. Yeah. Oh, it depends on the weather. Mm. Well, we all depend on the weather, don't we? I can smile again. I've got new teeth. Oh, I've got something stuck in my teeth. What is that? That's not nice, is it? What have I been eating? Hi, Linda. You've been watching me on your laptop? Well, that's nice of you. Let me have a look if I've got something stuck in my tooth. I do. That's terrible, isn't it? Having something stuck in your tooth. It's like when you realise you've been speaking to a date for ages and you've got spinach stuck in your teeth, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, dear. Right, it's out of my teeth now. Out of my teeth and into my mouth. I'm not very ladylike, am I? Never mind. I started something different, Linda, because I couldn't do the increasing in the sleeve at the same time. So I'm doing another hexagon, because I can do hexagons in my sleep. I don't have to think about them. Yeah, and I've put my halogen on for a minute or two because I was a bit chilly. A bit chilly, Willie. I like that colour. Ooh, that's nice. Sort of like a bright purpley kind of aubergine colour. Right? Nice that. You know me in purple, I just love it. Although I'm wearing gold today, gold colour. And a golden, well, it's black with gold flowers and stuff on. So it's unusual to see me not in purple. But still, we have to live a little, don't we? What have I got stuck in my mouth? You know when you get a little bit of fluff or a hair or something stuck in your mouth and you can't find it? Still. So we've got 4 people in now. We've got Linda, we've got Esther, and we've got Sophie and Stormy. So if we count the cat, we've got 4. I don't know where everybody is today. We're all taking a hike today. We've usually got more people in by now. Still mustn't complain. I've got my curtain rail up. People are not looking at me as they're going to the shop anymore. I don't have to sit there wearing my neck light because I can't put the big light on because I felt like a goldfish in a bowl. Oh, Buddy's watching me. I did message my son because you know they're having floods in some parts of Spain. Anyway, where he is higher up. It's just by the seaside or the lower bits that's getting the flooding. Why have I got a strange bit of hair? Oh, do you know if my hair falls out anymore, I'll have none left at all. I'll be wearing a wig. Yeah. I did try wearing that little fake piece on top. I look stupid. It doesn't suit me. I've got one of them fake curly whirly bits. I just thought, it's not me. I look like a very bad version of Barbara Windsor. I think I'll just have to have a wig if I lose any more hair. I shall just be baldy locks. Only the weekend, you know full well you'll have him for about a week because they'll forget to come for him. Or there'll be some reason why they don't call for him. I've got news for you, girl. You'll have him all the week. I can feel it in my water. Every time she says she's having him for the weekend, she finishes up with him for a fortnight. Oh dear. It used to be the same when I had my son's 2 dogs. Mine I never minded because they were really good, well-behaved dogs they were. I was always sad when they went home, yeah. They were very well-behaved. 2 Rottweilers, but very well-behaved. Right, I need to take my pills before we go any further. Ooh. Everything went flashing then when I touched something. Why can you never get in these foil things? I have to break the foil with my fingernail. Because if you try to pop them through from the other side, they just won't come. When you think that most people who take these kind of pills are elderly, and I've tried those pill poppers things, but all they do is crunch the pill up into a million pieces. It's going on. Well, these new windows, you mean, that never come? Are you sure they're getting the new windows this time? I think you remember you telling me last month or the month before that they were getting new windows. And they never got new windows. Oh, I'm drinking my coffee while it's warm. I tend to forget it and leave it. And then when I go back to it, it's cold. I don't mind iced coffee when it's meant to be cold. But I don't like it when my hot cup of coffee goes lukewarm. It's icky. Icky, icky, icky then. Right. Who's missing? Who's missing on the roll call? Nathan? Chris? They're usually in by now, although Chris was late last week, wasn't he? Oh, I hate swallowing tablets. Does anybody else hate swallowing tablets? I do. Yeah, Val said to me today, she said, I thought you said your teeth were £410. I said, yeah, they were. She said, no, you said 140 on your video. And I went back and watched my video, and I did. I told you I'm number dyslexic, I really am. They've got a crumbling bathroom set. That should be entertaining while you're having a bath. Bits of plastic keep falling in the bath. Oh dear. Hey! Hey, Chris. Oh dear. I was just saying, no Nathan yet and no Chris. And here you are. Oh, I've got a headache. I'm taking my pill. I've got a headache and I'm not even married. If you get that joke, yeah. Oh, hurry up and work pill. The Asian Royal look. Oh, the purple on the back. I've got me. It's got fringe on the bottom. I love this. It's like a sort of Clint Eastwood look. I love this. And it was really cheap at the time as well. Oh, hi, Helen. I'm doing a lot better now. I've got my teeth. Yeah. No, it was quite cheap, actually. I got it from, well, I don't know where I got it from now. But it's got, like, suede fringe on the bottom. Very Clint Eastwood. But I was a bit chilly, so I'll have to keep pulling my necklaces out just in case Shad comes on. Otherwise, he'll call my names, won't he? It's not, it's lopsided again. Why is my necklace never the right way? Oh, hiya, Munchkin. Yeah, I got one for my friend as well. Sue's got one. Not this colour, though. She had a different colour. I think hers was like gold colours. And I had another one as well, but I don't know what happened to that. I bought two, but one of them has disappeared. They're only thin, but they're kind of like a canvasy material, so they're quite warm. I probably got it, I would imagine eBay, not Etsy, I would imagine eBay, but I've had it a long time. It's got one single piece at the back. You know, it's like, I don't know what you call them. No, it's not a poncho, is it? It's a throw. Because it has arms, like, well, not arms, but, you know, fringed everywhere. I love it, love it. I love me a bit of fringe. I always associate boho with fringe. You know, waistcoats with fringe. Everything has to have a fringe, doesn't it? I've got me a waistcoat somewhere with fringe on. I don't know where it is. It's amazing how many things I've got and I don't know where they are. I've got to do something with this fringe. It looks weird. Have I got a brush? Have I got a brush? I don't think I do. I used to always, oh, yes, I did. Just got to say, I always used to have a brush. That looks a bit better. It's not parted in the middle now. Yeah, well, this is a square with a slit down the middle. It's got a square neck bit, and then it comes down. Yeah. If I start going do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Yeah. Yeah, it's got fringe all the way everywhere, around the sleeves and everywhere. Oh, I love it, love it. It's like suede stuff. Well, it's not suede, it's imitation, because I've washed it, so I know it's not suede. Otherwise, it would have got all weird. It's got to have a fringe. I used to have a jacket with fringe across here as well. I knitted one, it was a Fildar pattern. Why's my fringe done that again? My fringe is... oh, I'm losing my hair. It's no funny. I think I've got male pattern baldness and all woman. I need some more estrogen. I keep telling them I need estrogen, but I don't get it. I can't even get blooming painkillers off my GP. Yeah, my friend and her husband came round today and he fixed my curtain rail. And he also put me a light bulb. The outside light had gone. I don't use it much, but when I have to wheel the dustbin out at night, I like the outside light on. So he's put me a new bulb in that. Her son fixed my mouse for me. Not a runny mouse, a rollerball mouse. I got a new one because the other one wasn't working. It was working, but it wouldn't, you know, when you want to drag something. Like I've got millions of icons all over my desktop and I wanted to move them into, you know, photos, patterns, whatever. And it wouldn't do it anymore. So I bought me a new mouse. You know, just spend your money, Janet. It doesn't matter if you're in the poorhouse, yeah. Yeah, the curtains are back hung up now. So I'm no longer on view to the neighbours, yeah. I had to sit there, Chris, with my neck light on. Because, you know, I didn't want to put the light on and everybody looking in. So I sat there with my neck light on trying to read. Oh, dear. Yeah, the peep show's shut now. Maya Linda was saying that she's got to put her bedroom curtains up. I said, that's even worse. She said, oh, well, I do have a blind. Oh, dear. Well, remember when my bedroom curtains fell down? Oh, that was even worse. I mean, there isn't anybody at the back of me. Well, there is, but they can't see in. Unless I look over the fence like that. But I just felt a bit, you know, well, it's your bedroom. You can't get undressed or anything, can you? I was kind of getting undressed in the hall. I don't mind people seeing me asleep, but I didn't want people seeing me all together, you know. So I'm glad I got the bedroom curtains done. I'm waiting for something else to go wrong. I told you the salt lamps leaked all over the hearth. Oh, honestly. What else, yeah? Oh, my dream cat. Yeah, I've had that one since I was in Prestwich. I found it and put it there. I've got a nice white one with feathers on in the hall. But I need to make some mandalas or dream catchers. I've got the patterns and I've got the hoops. But procrastinating Annie, again, here we go. She's still not mopped this kitchen floor. I couldn't be bothered yesterday after I'd done my video, because by the time it had uploaded and everything, I thought, oh no, time to make me tea. Then this morning I got up with all the will in the world and I thought, no, I'll do my washing, because it was not a bad day. Actually, they're nearly dry. They're actually just on the dryer now, but they're almost dry. So I decided to do the washing this morning. So by the time I got round to the kitchen floor, it was too late. My friend was coming round and I didn't want to be when she came round. So next Saturday, my niece is coming. She's going to pick up her hexagon jacket that I've done in the wicked colour. And hopefully take me shopping. Oh, and we're going to pack away the summer dresses. I've got an up and over bed, which I struggle to open because it's heavy. So hopefully she'll up and over my bed for me while we do everything. Hi, Denise. Oh, a Renaissance fair. Sounds interesting. Did you buy anything? Or did you just go for a look round like me? The tickets have gone on sale for the Blackpool show already. It's not till February. That's quick, isn't it? Oh. Yeah, Renaissance sounds nice, doesn't it? Mind you, I like steampunk and that. I'm not a steampunk person. I'm not a punk at all. But I just love the clothes. So I'd always love to go to Whitby. When they have the goth weekend or whatever it is. Steampunk weekend, yeah. I love anything like that. Something different I like, like unusual clothing and things like that I would love to see. I love the Victoria and Albert Museum in London, for all the different kinds of clothing that they have there. Oh, it's fabulous. I could spend all day. I don't go in the other bits, I just go in the clothing bits. Yeah. But I did go in another bit. Which other bit did I do in the V&A? I think I did like the pottery, like the Clarice Cliff and all that, yeah. Oh, yeah, no, crafts are expensive, aren't they? Yeah. I'm like that when I go to these yarn fairs. I never have enough money to go and... Well, I'm itchy coo anyway. I can't wear wool, and it's always wool into when you go to these yarn fairs. I mean, they're beautiful, don't get me wrong. I'm not knocking it. If you can afford it, I'm not knocking it. I just go for the inspiration and looking at the patterns, But to be quite honest, I've actually liked watching everybody else's videos. Because if I'm on my scooter, I'm low down anyway, and there's always so packed, I can't get near enough to the stalls to have a look without getting off my scooter. And then my back starts to kill me. So, I get back on the scooter and I lose the will to live after a while, So I do like watching other people when they go around with their video cameras and they go around slowly, and they show me everything. I'm quite happy. Because if I was there, I wouldn't be buying much. I mean, let's face it, have we got 20 odd pound a skein? And these kits for shawls and that. 70 odd pound, £100 for the kit for a shawl. Oh, yes. I mean, some people like that sort of thing and they do save up. And if you can afford it, I'm not knocking it. It's just out of my price range. But I'm not kind of a jealousy kind of person. I don't go thinking, they bought all that and I can't afford it. No, I'm not like that. You know, if people buy it, then they buy it, don't they? Oh, you've had a dentist trip, yeah. Apparently, I said on my last video, I was pulled up by Val. She said, you said your teeth cost £140. I said, they didn't. They cost 410. I'm dyslexic with numbers, so I got it switched round, yeah. So, yeah, that's why I'm broke. 410 quid for my teeth. And £25 for the taxi there and back. So it's going to be a lot of soup and stews from now on until I get paid. Well, I get paid. I've got paid, actually, but that's got swallowed up in the bills. So it'll be the next month when I get paid. I might get back on an even keel, yeah. Yeah, I've got to squeeze my pennies. Yeah. My pennies are squeezing back again. My pennies are going, I refuse to be squeezed. Yeah. I mean, I went in Iceland. That's a frozen food shop, and I did buy a lot of crappy ready meals because I had to spend my pennies how I could, yeah. It's not what I would normally have eaten. I would normally have much better quality food than that. But it won't harm me to eat rough for a month. To eat junk for a month, it won't harm me. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. It's not something I advocate. You know, I'd like to eat more healthily, but my niece will take me to Morrison's next week, so yeah. Well, there won't be any less to see, will there? It wasn't that impressive last time. Don't get me wrong, it was good, it was nice, but it was only 2 rooms. Yeah, we have to do the budget shopping, don't we, Denise? Yeah. I'll be making a lot of soups and eating my crappy food, yeah. Eating the kind of ready meals I wouldn't normally touch, you know what I mean? But needs must when the devil drives. Never mind, I might win the lottery. Oh dear. You know, not being greedy, 1 million will do. Oh dear, I've got my triple chins going. That's the only trouble when I wear this. It gives me even more of a double chin. Oh God, scan your mouth with a weird scanner. No, I had x-rays done. And he found 2 teeth with cavities. And I'm like, no, go away. Tell me that again in 6 months' time. Give me a chance to save up. Then they start talking things like root canals, don't they? £375 for a root canal. I'm like, take it out. He said, he said, grind your back teeth together. I said, I don't have any. And he went, oh, no, you don't. I said, when it's a choice between £37 to have a tooth took out and £370 for a root canal filling, guess which way I go, yeah? Who the heck's got that kind of money? I'm not a rock star. Yeah. I told my dentist if I run the lottery, I want them all out and a fresh set put in so I can have a look. He said, oh no, keep your own teeth. I said, what? The few I've got left? Maybe I could get a plate with a few teeth for the back. I've got no teeth at the back. One by one, they've been taken out, yeah. I've got a couple on this side I can chew. Oh, she had a bonnet. Oh, my goodness me. I bet she wore that bonnet for effect, you know. I'll look like an Amish. Yeah, I'll get a plastic set to stick them in. There's an advert on the telly. This woman's saying, "Oh, I've got lovely teeth. I can bite into apples now." And she 16,000 for the two top and bottom. I thought, At my time of life, I can't even get a mortgage for them. I haven't got my vampire teeth. I had to have them taken out when I was a kid. They were growing that way instead of that way. So I haven't got, the high teeth that people have, the fangs. I haven't got them. When I go to a new dentist, I confuse them because they start counting and they go, "Well, where's that tooth? That tooth missing? No, that's another tooth. And I have to say, well, I had to have them all taken out because I've got a short jaw. Oh, yeah, but would you, Denise? You hear such horror tales, don't you? People going to Turkey and coming back and they can't speak because they're like Ken Dodd's teeth when they come back. They look like Mr. Ed. I can remember my mum got a set of false teeth once. Oh, my God. I don't know who they made them for, but they didn't make them for my mother. My dad kept calling her Mr. Ed. She had to take them back in them because she couldn't cope with them. She had great big teeth. When you used to seeing your mum with little teeth, and all of a sudden she comes back with these great big gnashers. I thought, well, that's from my mother. My mother's got a mouthful of teeth. Oh, I know. Nope. I mean, I went with a friend of mine to an A&E department in a Turkish hospital when we were on holiday, and that was enough for me. It was like a hospital from the 1920s, and he expected, well, even earlier than that, he expected Florence Nightingale to come round the corner. It was really rough, yeah. Rough, yeah. Yeah. No, if I haven't got the money for English teeth, I'm not having any. Well, British teeth, I should say. Yeah. If I lose my teeth, I'll just have to have soup and suck it through a straw, won't I? Eat porridge and not smile. I feel better about smiling now I've got, my teeth back again. I felt a bit weird with the two half teeth, yeah. People kept saying they didn't notice, but I did, yeah. It made me very self-conscious, But there's a lot worse thing than teeth, isn't there? I'm not that vain. If I was vain, I would have had a facelift by now. Oh, dear. They'll use that as a... They always pick a photograph like that for the thumbnail where I'm going or something. Or that's the thumbnail they always choose. Somebody at YouTube has a laugh with me. They go, "Oh, which ugly picture shall we choose for her thumbnail?" Oh, that one will do. She looks really a fool in that one. We'll have that one. The one for the last video actually wasn't bad. I think I'm going like that. And I've never edited anything. So, when people say, "Oh, this will be the thumbnail," I can't do that. YouTube just chooses it for me. Hello there. How are you, Lizzie? It's chilly and rain. It's not raining here. My washing dried. It wasn't sunny. And it was quite dull, but I thought I'd take a chance, stick the washing out, and it's 99% dry. Yeah. Oh, gosh. I don't know whether I'd like that, having my denture put straight in. My dad had that done. He had top and bottom took out and both of them put in at once. And I must admit, he didn't do bad. He did eat a lot of Bonjela, though. That's the stuff you put on mouth ulcers. He did eat a lot of that. But my dad looked peculiar when he got his false teeth because he had a worse gap than I do. He had a massive gap between his front teeth. And of course, when he got his false teeth, they didn't have a gap at all. And I kept looking at him thinking, that's not my dad. It didn't look like my dad anymore. When he was modelling this front tooth thing, he said, you did have a gap between your two front teeth when you came, before, didn't you? And I went, yeah. He went, all right, okay, just checking. Somebody told me, I don't know whether he was a Muslim or who he was. Somebody once told me it was lucky to have a gap between your teeth. Well, it's not worked so far. Lucky teeth. Come on, with the lottery, lucky teeth. Yeah. I don't know what if I had the money, I would get some beautiful teeth, whether you had to have implants or what. Yes, I went to my knit club this week. Yes, I did. I went to two. Yeah, I went to both of them. Yeah. I had to think then. Went to both of them, yeah. I mean, the one local to me isn't bad if it's raining, actually, because it's only around the corner, It's the other one in Fleetwood that I don't go to if it's pouring down, because I get wet through going and I go on the tram, you see, but I get wet through on my little scooter going to the tram. Because it doesn't have a canopy, does it? And I just get wet. So I'm probably going to do a lot of stopping in when the weather changes. I've already said that to my friend about brunch. We go to brunch on a Thursday. I've already said when the weather starts going bad, I'm not coming. I'm a wimp. I'm sorry, but I'm a wimp. I don't like me brunches that much to go out in the bad weather. So, and my other friend's the same. She said, oh no, we're not going. But one of them, she's 30 years younger than me. She's like, oh, we're not going to go. She forgets I'm 30 years older than she is, so I feel the cold and the wind and the rain and I'm a wimp. When you're 50 something, it's different. And when you're nearly 80, it's different, isn't it, Yeah, I'm a total wimp when it comes to the cold weather. My heated throw is brilliant, absolutely brilliant. I put it on for about half an hour and then it stays warm for ages after I've switched it off. It's great. Yeah. I've got my halogen on at the minute. It won't stay on that long because it runs away at the lecky. Must be nice, wasn't it, to be able to put your central heating on and not think about the price. And not think, can I pay the bill? When it comes, will I pay the bill? Oh, a crochet bolero for Jan. Google Chrome keeps recommending patterns for me. Still, never mind. Never mind. Never mind the weather, never mind the rain. As long as we're together, whoop, we go again. Here we go again, happy as can be. All good pals and jolly good company. You can tell I used to do sing-songs on the coaches coming back from Blackpool, can't you? Yeah, I never used to bother. I mean, yeah, the heating bills used to be high, but I used to be able to afford them. But now you're scared of putting it on. A, I'm on a limited income. B, everything has just gone up so much. They've put the electric and the gas up on October the 1st. Thank you very much. Just when the cold weather's come. And I've noticed the difference on my little meter. It used to go to one price, by the end of the day. And now it's about 50 pence more. And I'm not using any more than I did before. No, you can't, can you? No, unless you're a millionaire. Have we got any millionaires on here? Can you spare a million? $500,000? A few quid? Is there anybody lurking on here that's pretending to be poor and they're actually a millionaire? You know, somebody must be somewhere. Oh dear. At least when I go to the library, it's warm. I think that's why I go out so much, because it's warm when I go out, yeah. That's where my council tax money's going, keeping the library warm. Right, go back. I haven't finished the other one, but I'm onto the sleeves. So I left it. So I'm back on my Yarnsmith Play. I'm doing a hexagon again, because I can do that and talk, because I don't have to think. And I find it very difficult when I have to think. The only thing wrong with this wool is it squeaks. You know when you get an acrylic wool and it's squeaky? Well, this is squeaky. Squeak, squeak. And I've got an itch. If I lose any more hair. I did my ponytail today. I have a ponytail, then I bring it forward to make a little bit of a bun. And it was like that, like a little paintbrush. I thought, God, if I lose any more hair. And I did put my fake piece on, Linda. I couldn't stop laughing. It just looked stupid. This bunch of curls stuck on top of my head. I thought, no, take it off. You look daft. Yeah, my hair is coming out. It's a lack of estrogen. I keep telling my doctor that. But they don't care if you go bald, do they? I'm thinking of asking Dolly Parton for one of her wigs. She got any spare ones she's not using anymore. I'll be borrowing the wig off Paris, won't I? My mannequin. She's got this long wig thing. Actually, she's wearing a short wig at the moment. It is not a nice wig. When I try it on me, it doesn't look nice. I need to go to a wig shop. Says me who has no money. I need to go to a wig shop, you know, a proper one, where you can try them all on and get them styled, yeah. So have you seen me, because I'd like shorter hair, but I can't have short hair because my hair's too thin. So have you seen me one time with a lot of hair and it's short? It'll be a wig. I know they're pricey. To get a decent one, yeah. I mean, I had a long, dark one when I was in my 20s and it cost me £70 back then, which was a heck of a lot of money. It would be in the 60s, yeah. And it was a fringe and long hair, and it was real hair. Oh yeah, I don't fancy that. It pulls your hair. My hair's very thin and it breaks so easily. So I don't think I want to. No, I think it'd have to be a wig or nothing, Chris. A twiggy wig. I knew somebody who used to have like a topper thing that she used to put on top, and it looked like her hair was fuller, but she had shorter hair. I don't know what they call them, like a little topper thing that puts on top, and it comes down, you know, sort of like a half wig. But no, I need a full one. No, I mean, I used to have a lot of West Indian friends, and they used to always be putting them ringlets and stuff, and then they all practically went bald because of it's the tension it puts on your own hair. Many West Indian women are a beggar for straightening the hair. The chemicals they stick on and then they iron the hair. I'm like, oh, don't do that. You can see the steam rising off their hair when they're doing it. I'm like, don't do that. You'll have no hair. Oh, knowing me, I'd finish up with glue sticking out everywhere. I'll stick to my own hair till as long as I've got it, Chris. And then when I haven't got it, I'll have to save up and buy a wig. I've got a blooming whiskery hair. It don't grow on my head, but it grows on my chin. Oh dear. It's the joys of getting older. Wispy hair. Oh, Val sent me a photograph of her today. She said it's catching. I said, what's catching? She said her crown's fell off her front tooth. That's Val that comes on here if she comes on here. She's lost her crown off her front tooth. I'm sorry if it's catching, Val. Crochet hair. Yeah, I'll just have to wear hats. I wish I could wear a hat. I don't suit hats. I'd love to have a... My friend, she could just stick a hat on of any description and it suited her. She had a proper hat face, you know what I mean? And I used to think, oh... And she used to put a beret on. And I looked like an onion seller from France when I put a beret on. But she just used to go, stick this beret on, and I just don't look good in a hat. Oh, I love hats, but they don't suit me. The thing I wear most of all is a headband like that with two fluffy ears. I wear that all the time because I can't deal with my ears being cold. Something's going tap, tap, tap. Might be my wind chime because my friend's son untangled it all for me. Storm Amy knotted my wind chime up into a mess of a knot. Anyway, he's managed to sort it out for me. Squeak, squeaky, squeaky wool. Squeaky, squeaky, squeaky wool. Squeak, squeak. I hate it when my wool squeaks. It's pouring. It's not here, actually. It's not raining. Shh. Trending hats. Oh, God, yeah. I have got a box full of hats. And none of them suit me. Oh, dear. But half of the time when you do a knitted or a crochet hat, the wind blows through it. You're all right if you don't live near the sea. That sea wind is fierce and it goes through knitted hats. And the one I wear most of the time has a fleece lining, yeah. Some of Hyacinth's hats, yeah. Mrs. Bucket, yeah. I love the great big hats. And of course, I'm too small. You have to be tall or statuesque or skinny to wear a big hat. I just look like a mushroom when I wear a big hat. Hi, Dolly. Do, do, do. Hello, Hyacinth. She was 96, though. She did well, yeah. I can't wear a beret. I've tried them at the front, side, back. It just don't look right on me, a beret. And my school hat, it was like one of the district nurses, a big bucket thing. I never liked myself in that. The only hat I ever liked was a baker's, is it called a baker boy hat? And I had a brilliant one and I loved it. And I went to somebody's wedding. And when we were coming out, it was raining hard. And somebody had nicked my umbrella and nicked my hat. Thank you very much. Oh, I tried that. I look at being one of them. People look trendy, don't they, when they wear a baseball cap back to front? But I just look silly. I've just decided I look silly in a hat. I don't know. When I had the shop, I used to knit hats every winter. And my regular customers used to say to me, when are you going to start making hats for yourself this winter? Because they knew darn well I'd make it, try it on, put it in the shop window for sale. And this would happen about half a dozen times, yeah. And so my regulars used to say, when are you going to knit yourself a hat, John? Hooded cape. My best coat has got a fur hood, but it's too big. It won't stay on. You know, when you're on your scooter, it just blows straight off. Because it's one of those that goes like that. All very trendy and look very nice, but they don't stay on. They might if you were walking slow. I need to put 2 ribbons, you know, underneath to keep it on my head. It's like a poncho thing. It's like I've had it years. It reminds me of, you know, Clint Eastwood. It's got all the fringing around it. It was cold, so I put it on today. It's made out of some kind of canvasy fabricy stuff. Woven. Woven, that's what I mean. Woven. I think I bought it off eBay years ago. I've had it about 15 years, I think. Yeah, it's one of my hippie things. I had another one, but I don't know what happened to that one. And I bought one for Sue. I gave one to Sue. She had it like the browns and beiges and mustards was Sue's, yeah. I wonder if she still got hers. It's years ago we got them. Many moons. I've not seen another once. A tartan. Yeah, I just like this. I've actually got a red one that was made from, would you believe, you know, the blankets that they hand out on long airplane flights? And it's made from that. It's this style. And it says Air. I think it's got Air India written all over it. A friend made it for me. Hey, Nathan. Hello. Where have you been? Have you been sleeping? You've been missed. Where have you been? If you want to know what I'm doing another hexagon. You didn't realise what time it was. Oh, what they say, time flies when you're enjoying yourself. You must have been doing something good. And I need a drink. I don't mean a drink. I mean a drink. I don't mean you're driving me to drink. I just mean a drink. Oh, I need to switch this off. I can't afford to keep it on long. Stay off for a bit. I'll put you back on in a bit if you behave yourself. Oh, gee whiz. Oh, oh my giddy aunt. Oh, right. Shall we have Pepsi or shall we have dandelion and burdock? think we'll have a Pepsi. Oh. When I was talking about my broom on the other video, that was my broom. Electrified broom. I'm a modern witch. And I still haven't cleaned my kitchen floor. This is what it's like, see? This is what it looks like. It's gorgeous, isn't it? I love it. I love it. You're not having it because I love it. Oh. Yeah, Pepsi. It's a diet one. Even though my friend swears that aspartame's worse for you than the sugar. Oh. But we have to have something, don't we? I'm not supposed to have the sugar. I've had this glass since they gave them away with petrol. When I was still married. So I've had this glass a long time. Yeah, if you bought so many gallons of petrol, you got a glass. We had all different shaped ones, and I think these are the only ones I've got left. I think the others got broken. They're very flimsy glasses. They're not very substantial. You remember them, do you, darling? Yeah. So I'm surprised I've still got these left. But I like them because they just hold a can. I think I've got 2 left. We had them all. We had the little whiskey ones. We had the bigger ones. Everybody collected them, didn't they? I don't know whether you had to keep coupons or whether you got a free glass if you bought so many gallons of petrol or something. Well, it was better than the medallions. Remember the football medallions we had to collect as well? My son was trying his hardest to get a full set. You got a piece of cardboard like that with holes cut in. And every time you went to get some petrol, they gave you a little coin thing. It had a footballer on it. And yeah, we never did collect the full set. Before that, it was the Green Shield stamps, weren't it? If you're old enough, you remember the Green Shield stamps. You had to stick them in a book, and if you got back 94 bucks, you got something small. You had to go to this shop to cash them in. I remember queuing up in Manchester with my little Green Shield books. Yeah, you saved up for months and months and months. And you got something really tiny, like a tea towel at the end of it, yeah. They used to tempt you with these Green Shield books saying, you can get a telly, you can get this. God, the tellies were about 150 bucks or something. And you used to be sticking them in. Oh, I remember the taste of them stamps. They were awful. Oh, my God. That's going back a bit. It must have been the 60s now, I think, Green Shield stamps. And the Co-op did them as well. The Co-op had Co-op stamps. They were blue. Oh, they used to have all these kind of schemes back in the day. Was I late? I was 3 minutes late, he said. It was 9:03 when I switched on. So I was 3 minutes late. Will you let me off for that, he said. Oh, dear. I was watching something on the telly, and then I suddenly looked at the clock. Then I have to do all the typing in before I can start off, yeah. So you have to go to all the rigmarole, putting your hashtags in, putting your things in, saying that you've not got anything offensive in your videos and doing all the ticking and the whatnot before you can even start. I think it's the end of October. I think that the clocks change. Anybody know? I think it's the end of October. I know we don't change them at the same time as America. There's about a week or two difference between. But I can't remember. Cannot remember. I'm sure Nathan will know. Or Linda might know. Anybody on the ball? Anybody know what time, what day the clocks change? I'm sure it's the end of October. And I hate that because we get dark mornings. Yeah. You got a folding bed with yours? My God. 22nd of October. There we are. It's spring forward, isn't it, and fall back. So we lose. No, we gain an hour, don't we? It goes backwards. Yeah, we gain an hour. It always confuses the animals because they want their dinner at the same time that their tummy tells them. So if you've got any animals for about the first 2 weeks or so, they want the tea at the wrong time, yeah. 26, British summertime. Well, we have had a bit of one this year, haven't we, to be quite honest, yeah. 2 a.m, well, it won't be, it'll be before I go to bed. Man, if you've got digital, I can't say the word, digital clocks, they change automatically, don't they? You got a frying pan? Oh dear, times are hard. Oh, I bought a new little crock pot. It's only a tiny one, 1 or 2 portions, yeah. On a sun lounger, how did come you got all that? Oh, I think I only ever got a tea towel. After I'd saved about 94 bucks. 6 clocks to change. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 to change, yeah. 4 clocks to change because the computer changes itself. And my phone changes itself, yeah. Well, it is embarrassing giving you a frying pan. I hope you hit somebody over the head with it. You have done 14 years service. Here's a frying pan. Yeah, I could use the other one, but it makes about 5 or 6 meals. And it's too much for me. I know I can freeze them, but I get fed up. I just want to make a couple of meals and I've done. I know you can freeze them, but they don't taste quite the same when you defrost them. And they seem to go a bit watery when you defrost them. Yeah, until I've finished recovering from my teeth payment, I shall be on soups and stews. I've got carrot and lentils to do. Although I have got lamb chops for tomorrow, because that's Sunday, isn't it? That's different. Yeah, your goose is cooked. You can't put a goose in a frying pan, though, can you? Well, you could if you cut it up, I suppose. Yeah, I've got some sprouts I've got roasted potatoes in the freezer. That's what I should be having tomorrow. Sprouts, roast potatoes, and my two little, I can't call them lamb chops, they're thin, they're like wafer thin. They were tasty though. But they weren't even a half an inch thick. They weren't like proper chops, they were like wafer. That's probably because they weren't expensive, But on Monday it will be carrot and lentil soup. That'll last me Monday, Tuesday, possibly even Wednesday. Don't like coriander. Tastes like soap, so. Yeah, I've got some green lentils as well, but I use red lentils with my carrots, yeah. I put the green lentils in when I'm making a stew. It bulks it up, doesn't it? I used to like barley, to put barley in. My mum always put barley in. Pearl barley. When she made stews. Probably to bulk it out more, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, lentil soup. I'd rather have carrot and lentil, though. I like it. Carrots, onions, lentils, yeah. Lentils are good, aren't they, for thickening things up, like bulking things out. Make it look like you've got more than what you have. And they're reasonably cheap, aren't they, lentils as well? Not as cheap as they used to be, but they're reasonably cheap compared with other food. Oh, dear. And I like leek and potato soup as well. It's a good job I like cheap things. What's that? This house is full of strange noises. Little creaky things. Yeah, I've got a lot of, the black beans, what are they called? And I've got, is it coconut milk? I like to do, like the Jamaican beans, rice and peas. They call it rice and peas, but it's not, it's rice and beans. I like that. You do onions, rice, coconut milk, and these black beans. I've got plenty food in, so I'll be fine. And I'll get some stuff next week when my niece comes. She'll take me to Morrison's. Oh, I don't mind kidney beans, yeah. Oh, good evening, Jap. Yeah. I mean, I don't like chilli when you buy it, but I do like chilli when I've made it, yeah. Because I use kidney beans when I do chilli. I don't like when people put baked beans in chilli. Ugh. Manny, I had some baked beans the other day, and I always have Heinz's baked beans, and they are absolutely tasteless. They've took the sugar out of them, and they've took something else out of them. Oh, you like our supermarkets? They're only tiny compared with yours in America. Even our big supermarkets are tiny compared with yours. We don't have hypermarkets. Well, we do, but not many. Yeah, I shall go to Morrison's because I tell you I've gone off holiday at the moment. I have phases where I go off people. I've gone off the supermarket. Well, our supermarket, Aldi. Nothing lasts for me with Aldi. The fruit and veg never last. I don't know what it is, but they go off, they go slimy or... Oh. And yeah, I've got some fruit I've had from Morrison's a month ago, and the apples are still fine. And they're a month old. I get them from Aldi, and within a week they've gone funny. I think Aldi's all right for a family that eats things fast. I've not tried the Branston beans. I always think they might taste of pickles. But I'm very disappointed with the last Heinz beans I've got. And I wouldn't mind. I've just bought 4 of them little, them little individual pots. I know it's the dearest way of buying them. But there's just enough beans in one of them little pots for me. I don't want a tin, because then they're in the fridge for ages and ages and ages, because I don't want to eat the other half of the tin. That's the trouble when you live alone. You open things, yeah. Yeah, my Lidl's just a little bit further away for me. Aldi is the closest. Lidl's just another while down the road, yeah. I'd love to get one of those little boxes, the boxes of fruit and veg that you get for £1.50, is it? I watch sometimes that Ali Lives Well for Less. There's a Scottish lady, and she always manages to get one of those little boxes. But I won't, because A, I don't go to Lidl, and B, I never up early, I think you have to be up soon. I don't rise very well for morning. My next dentist appointment is in November, and it's 10 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, oh my God, it's going to take me an hour to get there. You watch her as well, do you? Yeah. She manages to get one all the time, that Ali Lives Well for Less. My friend Val got one the other week. As I say, I've never been in Lidl. Well, if I've been in Lidl, I've never managed to see one. Yeah, she manages. Why, she's always making something out of nothing, isn't she? You've got to admire her for that. She's very economical. But I like watching Rick, the backyard chef. I like watching him. I'm working on a hexagon jacket. It's got like 6 points, so if you can imagine it, that's like a baby jacket. It's obviously going to go bigger. Yeah, Rick, the backyard chef, is what I like. He does what I call normal meals. He does soups and stews and things. He doesn't use recipes with 14 different herbs and spices, I like watching him. It's R-I-K, Rick, yeah. Yeah, it's that wool I got a bargain. It was $1.99 when I bought it, and it's gone to £4.30, I think, now. It's very squeaky, though. It's going when I'm using it. Yeah, tomato tart. Oh, yeah, I must try that. I'm no good with pastry, but I suppose I could buy it, yeah. He made something else the other day that looked nice. Can't remember what it was now. He made carrot and coriander, not coriander, coriander, no, tastes like soap to me. Cilantro to you if you're in America. I was talking at my knit club, and like half of us said they liked it, and half of us said, like me, tastes like soap. No, carrot and lentil soup he made, yeah. And that, but he did it in a saucepan and left it all chunky. But it did look nice. Yeah, that's the one, Backyard Chef. If you like plain, simple meals, have a look at what he does. He doesn't do anything fancy-dancy. I like the way he always says, chop something up. It doesn't matter what size it is, it's going in the pan. It'll cook out, it's a soup. And then he goes, and I'm putting garlic in. If you don't like garlic, don't put it in. Doesn't matter. He's very down to earth. The last one I watched, he'd just moved and he said, I can't find anything. He said, everything's in a box, I can't find anything. I thought, yeah, I've been here since January and I can't find anything. He doesn't do really fancy-dancy stuff that needs like loads of ingredients, though, does he really? Some things are a little bit fancier than others, but he does a lot of plain stuff, which is what I like. I'm a plain cook. I mean, I probably could cook more other things, but I just don't want to eat other things, so I'll just cook what I want, yeah. You know, if I'm having a stew, I just want a plain stew. I don't want herbs in it and stuff in it and sour cream stirred in it. I don't want that. I just want a brown stew. Yeah, 31st of January I moved in here, the day after my son's birthday. Oh, I haven't got a flan pan. I'd just cook it in something else, me. I keep saying I'm going to make a cake. I haven't made one yet. I bought my cake pans ready, my cake loaf tins and stuff. I used to make a really nice fruit cake, you know, boiling the oven top fruit cake. I don't know where my recipe for that is. I think I can wing it, but I'm not sure. But you boil your fruit and sugar and that, let it go cold, and then you stir in your flour and your eggs. You don't need a, what do you call it, whizzer, mixer. I used to make it a lot because you just put it on the stove top and let it bubble away for ages, and then you just leave it go cold, and then it doesn't take 2 minutes to stir in the flour and the eggs. I used to make it a lot because it was dead easy to do. You know, you've been working all day. You can't be bothered getting the mixer out. It's not getting the mixer out, it's having to clean it all into it and clean the beaters and everything, yeah. Oh, you've had no water. Oh, I know. What about flushing the loo and things like that? You don't realise how many times you go to the loo, do you, when you've got no water? Oh, you want to be posh, do you, Chris? You want fancy flans, yeah? Yeah, not being able to flush the loo. It's, oh dear. Yeah, it's the cleaning up, the beaters and that, when they get, I don't know about you, but I splatter everything everywhere. When I'm doing, you're beating everything round and it comes over the edges and it covers your kitchen cupboards and everywhere. I used to have a baking day, and I used to think if I'm going to make a mess, I'll make it on one day. So I used to make a load of like Victoria sponges and put them in the freezer. And then you just take them out and put the jam and buttercream in afterwards. Because buttercream doesn't freeze. Jam will freeze if you just put the jam on them. But yeah, I used to make a pile of cakes, put them in the freezer. Because I couldn't be bothered just getting the mixer out for one cake. I mean, here, I just haven't made cakes, probably because I'm diabetic and I shouldn't be eating the flipping things anyway. But I used to make flapjacks and they were lovely, and I made a lot of flapjacks here, and I don't know what I did, but they were as dry as dust. I think I must have cooked them too long. But it wasn't my usual recipe. I couldn't find my usual recipe. Yeah, I mean, if I made a Victoria sponge, I'd have to freeze part of it. I couldn't eat the full cake because, they don't last that long. Fruitcake's okay if you put it in. I need to get cake tins. I haven't got any cake tins. I don't mean for baking, and I mean for keeping them. When you've made something, you put it in a tin. Because the fruitcake will keep for a while in a tin. But Victoria sponge, if you take your eye off it, you find it's growing fur. Yeah, if I made a Victoria sponge, I'd have to cut it in half or a quarter or something and put it in the freezer. Yeah, I've got some. I keep forgetting to buy the paper things, that you put in the cake tins, the cupcake tins. We call them buns over here. Fairy cakes or buns. I used to make them a lot, like, because, when you've got kids, well, a kid, I used to make them with a bit of fruit in, a few currants or raisins in. And I used to like chocolate ones, yeah. When I used to make my chocolate cake, though, I used to melt proper chocolate. I didn't like cocoa. Oh, God, I used to live... I had 3 African lads living across the road from me for a while. And they used to go mad for my cake. When are you making cake? When are you making cake? I was glad when they moved. They used to bother the life out of me. I made a mistake of giving them a cake once. 3 lads. Well, young men they were. They were brothers, actually. Nothing weird. They were brothers. They lived together in the house across the road from me. And I made the mistake of making him a cake. But it turned into being every week event. I used to make another one that was really great. You made it with like biscuits and chocolate and everything, and you froze it and it went solid. I haven't got the recipe for that because I threw the book out. Because there was only that recipe in the whole book, and when I was moving, I threw the book. So I can't make that again. I know you crunched up biscuits and chocolate and something else in it. It was kind of like a no-bake cake thing. They used to love that. Yeah, if I made a chocolate cake, I used to melt proper chocolate. None of this cooking chocolate malarkey, because that doesn't taste like chocolate, does it? And no cocoa. I didn't do cocoa. Yeah, I've got bits stuck in my cookbooks as well. The only recipe I have lost, it was on a bit of paper, was for a cheesecake, but it was cake. It wasn't biscuit crumbs and then this cream cheese stuff. It was an actual cake. And it was like a sponge cake, but it was cheesecake. And I first tasted it when my brother was getting married all those years ago. Um, they had it. We all met up the day before the wedding because we'd all come down from various parts of the. He got married in London, you see. We'd all come from various parts, and we all met up. And they had a buffet laid on, and it was somebody had made this cheesecake. Oh, it was gorgeous. And I asked for the recipe, and they gave it me, and it was handwritten, and I can't find it. But every time you look up cheesecake, you get the biscuits and the stuff and all that. It's not what I mean. Hi, Val. I was just telling everybody, Val, that you were so jealous of me, you had to lose your front crown. She had to be the one-tooth wonder. She wouldn't let me have that bit on my own. Yeah. Oh, dear. And she's still poorly sick with her shoulder. Aren't you, girl? She still can't drive. Yeah, we're having the tooth competition, the one-eater competition. I'm doing a hexagon, Val, with that Yarnsmith wool, that one. I haven't finished the other one yet, but I've got to the bit where I would be increasing for sleeves. So I thought, no, I can't do that, concentrate while I'm talking. So I decided to start a hexagon. I know. It's not funny when it's your front tooth, is it? And you can't smile. Yeah, she's had an appointment cancelled at the hospital, which is par for the course when you're in the UK. I don't know whether it's the same in America. They give you an appointment and then they cancel it. And then they give you another one about 3 weeks further down the line, and then if you're not lucky, they cancel that one. Yeah, we're doing the last tooth standing. It's a competition between me and Val. But I'm so glad to get my tooth back. I'm not that vain, but oh, when you're smiling, you've only got half a tooth. It's just a bit extreme. You got this colour as well, yeah. It was my favourite of all the colours, called Dive. It's purples, turquoises. There's a lot of turquoise in it, not a lot of purple. It's funny how, they're working up different than what they look in the ball, isn't it? It's squeaky though. Did you notice, Val? It's very squeaky. Or is it just me? Yeah, I think Val got some at the bargain price as well. We're so glad we didn't pay the extra. not tight, but you know, well, I am having to be. Oh, they keep getting at me, sending me messages on my phone, and I won't have them both together. A lot of the skeins of yarn are like that. They look fantastic in the skein. And then when you wind them up, they don't look nice. You know, the skein, they look as though they've got a patch of colour, a patch of colour. And then when you wind them up, they just look like fleck. You know, they're very disappointing, some of the hand-dyed yarns. Or maybe that's just me. I bought one that was Halloween. I think it's about 2 or 3 years ago. And it looked fabulous. And it was bright greens and oranges and everything. And when I wound it in a ball, it was like, ugh. Was that it? I should have left it in the hank. It was nicer to look at. See, they call them skeins or skeins, don't they? My mum used to call them a hank. So I call them a hank because that's what they used to be called before they got skeins and skeins. We used to sell our yarn, our wool, one time. It used to come in a hank, 4 ounces in one hank. And people would come in and they'd want 2 or 3. So you had to split the 4 and wind each one up like for people. And my dad ruined, I don't know how many watches because they would get stuck round. And then he ruined another watch because it was a self-winding watch. And of course, with him doing all this bit, winding wool all day long, he overwound the damn thing, yeah. Yeah, when we first started with the wool in the hanks, it used to be a shilling a hank. A shilling. Shilling a hank. That's 5p. You wouldn't get anything for 5p now, would you? I mean, some of them I just won't pay. I'm sorry, but I just don't have the money to pay some of the wool. Yeah, when it knits up in stripes, yeah. I'm glad in a way that I'm allergic to wool because I have a good excuse for not buying very expensive skeins, skeins, hanks, whatever you want to call them. I itch myself stupid with anything with wool. And it's not so much that it irritates me that I itch, I actually come out in a rash. I go bright red, and it's like itchy bumps under my skin. And people say, oh, well, try using cashmere then. Try using merino. No, dear, it comes off an animal, and it'll still make me itch. I don't care if it's Peruvian yak. It still makes me itch. But these purists always insist, oh, you've got to have wool. No, don't. You don't have to have wool at all if you're allergic to the flipping stuff. What tickles me is when they say things like it's vegan cotton. I'm like, of course it's vegan cotton. What else would it be? Oh, yes, silk. Yeah, I need silk. As if. No, it doesn't worry me. I'd rather have acrylic. Then I can stick it in the washing machine. I like cotton though, I must admit. I do like crocheting with cotton. Oh, fireworks. It's not even anywhere near bonfire night yet. No, I can't be doing with yarn. they go, oh, it's vegan, organic, yeah, cotton. And I'm like, it's cotton. It can't be vegan. It's just cotton. How could it be? Oh, they go bloody bonkers with this. We'll be calling grass vegan in a bit, won't we? Oh, it's vegan grass. Yeah, vegan lettuce. Since when was a lettuce not a vegan lettuce? Oh. I don't care if people are vegetarian or vegan or what the heck they are, as long as they don't think that everybody else has to be there as well. You know, they look at us as, oh, you're not a vegan. Oh, you're not a vegetarian. Oh, I couldn't eat that. I couldn't eat meat. And I'm like, well, I can. All the better for us. Yep, the cotton's eating the cows, yeah. Anybody can have whatever dietary requirements they want, but I just refuse to be preached at, telling me I shouldn't be eating this and I shouldn't be eating that. I'll eat what I want, thank you. It's not against the law. I don't eat an awful lot of meat, but that's my choice. It's not because somebody's preaching at me that I should be a vegan. You know, what happened to free speech and free everything, that you can be what you want to be? If you choose to eat lettuce, then fine, go away and eat lettuce. Just leave me alone. It tickles me when they want vegetarians for animals and dogs and stuff. And I'm like, dogs in the wild would eat anything. Animals in the wild would eat anything. You don't have vegan and vegetarian dogs, yeah? Yeah, I read some, is it soy that takes up so much water and stuff to grow it? Yeah. There's something that people eat that takes up loads of water, isn't there? I must admit I won't wear fur, but I will wear leather, so I suppose I'm just being a hypocrite, aren't I? It's just the way they collect the fur into it that I don't like. But I wear suede, and in the past I've had leather. I just bought myself a new handbag, but it's just plasticky stuff. I prefer a leather handbag, but I couldn't afford one at the time. I shall have to keep looking in the charity shops to see if somebody's got rid of one. Yeah, they keep saying cows, when they pass wind, are bad for the ozone layer. But there's a lot of things are bad for the ozone layer, like the aeroplanes. You know, what's a vegan going to do? Walk. Yeah, they fly, don't they? It tickles me when you get these stars going on and on about the climate change and that, and then they're jetting away in these planes here, there, and everywhere, aren't they? How do they justify that? We've got to save the planet. We'll stop jetting everywhere that's not important, yeah. Yeah, if you're going to kill an animal, at least use all its bits, yeah. I don't have a problem. As long as it's humanely killed, I don't have a problem. I couldn't kill it myself if it was my pet, but that's by the by. I could never be a farmer. I'd be patting all the little lambs and I'd never be able to part with the little baby cows and the calves and everything. I'd be useless as a farmer. But it's the way that people sustain themselves, isn't it? They grow and they have animals, they have crops, they grow vegetables. It's just homesteading type life, isn't it? Yeah, it's this trend into everything's got to be fatter or bigger or whatever. I mean, when I was a kid, they were probably scrawny little chickens, weren't they? Because they used to just wander about scratching. They didn't get force fed anything. They didn't get cooped up in a cage. They used to wander about scratching. When we had chickens, they used to live in the allotment, where we used to call it a hen pen. They used to live in the allotment and wander around. My dad used to only shut them up at night just so that the foxes couldn't get them. Yeah. But they were, all day long they just wandered about eating worms and God knows what. Yeah. We didn't have them in cages. Battery hens. They were probably scrawny little chickens compared with chickens today. Yeah, they didn't have as much meat on, I don't think. I mean, when my dad was a butcher, and I can remember at Christmas, I used to have to go and take his sandwiches up because they'd be working, plucking the turkeys ready for Christmas and that. There was none of this frozen stuff. They used to hang the turkeys. And, everybody's like, ooh, germs, germs, everything's got to be frozen. They didn't used to freeze them in the old days. They used to hang them. And my dad used to say they had to be hung a certain length of time to give the turkey a flavour. He used to say turkeys like modern ones don't have any flavour because everything's frozen. Everybody's bacteria crackers, aren't they? Bleach this, bleach that. I can't believe they bleach chickens in America. And washing eggs, you don't wash eggs. Eggs are porous, eggshells are porous. So if you wash them, I watched somebody on the YouTube the other day washing eggs with soap and water. I'm like, what are you doing that for? I think that's why people are ill, I think, these days, because you've got no resistance to germs. If a germ comes along, it knocks you over. When we were kids, we ate all sorts. Something dropped on the floor, you just run it under the cold tap and ate it. No such thing as bloody germs. And yet we were a whole hell of a lot healthier than the kids are today. When I was a kid, I think I remember getting about a cold about 2 or 3 times in all my childhood. Yeah, you shouldn't wash eggs. You shouldn't. We all put them in the fridge and we shouldn't, yeah? Yeah, I used to have a hen, it was like a porcelain hen. I keep thinking I want to get another one. I broke mine. And the hen bit came off and you put your eggs in there. They didn't go in the fridge. I keep looking for a new one, but all I can find is like mesh ones. But I want a proper, like pottery hen. They have some on eBay, I think it is, but they're white. I had one that was brown. It just looked like a chicken. And talking about chickens, I really want to crochet an emotional support chicken. I've just got a yen to make one. I don't need any emotional support, but I like the chickens. But I've got to start doing them little owl key rings, because they're having that. Yeah, America washes everything and bleaches everything. They put stuff in when they're washing lettuce and that, they put bleachy stuff in the lettuce. Just a bit of salt in water's fine. Get rid of any little buggy things, yeah. They have some weird ways. I don't think we're quite so germophobic over here. Well, I'm not anyway. I'm old school. I mean, I've never had a dishwasher and I don't want one. I don't care if my dishes are not scalded with boiling water. I'm not bothered. Bit of soap and water's fine. I've not died. I think I told you my baby finished up in hospital when he was 10 months old because he got gastroenteritis because I'd been too clean. He had no immunity to germs, the specialist said, because I'd been too clean and sterilised everything. And he was 10 months old, and he said, no, just wash his dishes and his spoons with soap and water, and that is fine. You do not need to sterilise everything. He said, it's fine for a baby, young baby, but not when they get older. But you think you're doing everything right, would you? New mum, never had a baby before. Go by the book. The book tells you to sterilise everything, so I did. And then my baby was really, really ill. First germs he came in contact with, he had no immunity. Just wash your hands with soap and water. It's enough. You don't need all this antibacterial rubbish. Soap and water's plenty good enough. It's all to get you to pay money. Buy things, buy this, buy that. Oh, you need this, you need antibacterial spray, you need this. Oh, you don't. Just wash your hands and have it done. It's quite thick, this wool for double knit, actually. I don't know whether you found that out, Val. It's quite thickish. At least I can go back to my crochet now I've got my curtains back up. I just felt a bit odd, putting the light on. So I sat there trying to do things by the light of the telly. La 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 la. There's only 28 people in my channel today. It must have gone off me. No, your Julie's gone somewhere else today. Somebody else has gone somewhere else today. Oh, they do. Telling you need this, you need that. You don't. It's just all a ploy, a marketing ploy. It's like all these adverts on the telly. You know, you need this toilet freshener, you need these things that squirt stuff into the air. So, yes, no wonder we've all got asthma and stuff. It's just to get you to part with your money. You don't need half of the stuff. We should all go back to a bit of carbolic, shouldn't we? Like your grandma used to do. A bit of carbolic soap and a scrubbing brush. Oh dear. When you think how little our parents had, grandparents had in the way of cleaning materials, and yet their houses weren't dirty, were they? They didn't have all this air fresheners and incense sticks and I mean, I'm a beggar for incense sticks. It's only because I like the smell, yeah. Yeah, the basics. You don't need all this stuff. You know, bathroom cleanser, kitchen cleanser, glass cleaner. It's all the same. Just use one thing and get a universal one and squirt it everywhere on everything and have done. But they want you to have, don't they, bathroom cleaner, glass cleaner, oven cleaner, fridge cleaner. You'd have a row of bottles, wouldn't you? Your kitchen, underneath your kitchen sink would be crowded. Yeah, toilet, duck and that. What's wrong with a bit of bleach? The only thing with bleach is it spoils your clothes if it splashes on you. I had a friend that was a demon with the bleach, and everything she possessed had bleach splats on. I said to her, "What the heck do you do?" She said, "Well, I put the bleach down the loo and then I do it with the toilet brush, and then it all her trousers had little white spots on and her t-shirts." Yeah. Oh, that gets me. Subscription, you know. You want to watch the telly? Oh, it's on Netflix. Oh, it's on Acorn. Oh, it's on this. It's only £9.99 a month. Get on your nerves, doesn't it? Everything's subscribed to this. It's only so much. But all them 9.99s mount up, don't they? I won't. I don't have Netflix. I don't have nothing like that. I don't have Sky. I don't have anything. I manage without. I'm just a mini old whinge hunter today. I'm old-fashioned. And I don't care, I'll admit it. It's all to get you consumerism. Well, it is. It's all consumerism, isn't it, Sophie? People wonder why they have no money when they've got Sky Telly, they've got this, they've got that, they've got the other. And then they say they can't afford to pay their bills and that. Well, cut your corner. What they say, cut your cloth according to your means, don't they? You don't need Sky. You don't need Netflix. When they interview these poor people on the telly that can't feed the kids, and they've got a 20, whatever it is, 95-inch telly on the wall, haven't they? And kids are sat there watching the Disney Channel, and I'm like, get your priorities right. Feed your kids first, never mind the telly. And they always have a cigarette in their hand and a can of beer. Not against anybody smoking if you can afford it. You can drink if you can afford it. But if you're leaving your kids without things, no. You're not poor, you're just spending your money silly. Oh, there was a young woman in the dentist. She'd tattoos all over her face. She'd got fur eyelashes on and great big lips, and I'm thinking, oh, please. She's got 2 kids with her as well. And I'm like, what do you look like? What do your kids' friends think about you? Face tattoos, oh. She'd stars and God knows what and all sorts all over her face, and oh no. And when she was talking on the phone, and she couldn't talk properly because the lips were in the way. I was fascinated what she did. She was like she had a speech impediment because her lips were that big. I didn't see any piercing. She didn't have any nose piercing, which is usual. They usually have eyebrows, don't they? And that thing through the nose that makes them look like a bull. But the tattoos on her face. I mean, tattoos, it's your prerogative, but put them somewhere else, not on your face. She could have had them up her arms, up her back, up her legs, and it wouldn't have bothered me, but all down the side of her face, so you know, yeah. As I say, I'm old-fashioned. Maybe that's the fashion these days. But it's not attractive. If you look at all the prettiest women in the world, the ones that are praised, they don't have rings in their noses, do they? Everybody's very quiet. Is everybody feeling a bit blah today? Because they're all quiet. It's all quiet on the Western Front. Nothing could be heard but the sound of Janet's crocheting squeaking. You're still here? Well, you're very quiet if you're still here, Dolly. You've had a Chinese, have you? What did you have? Oh, excuse me. Oh, my nose is freezing. I just touched my nose and it's freezing cold. Oh, my goodness me. A cold nose. It's good news for a dog, isn't it? I'm going to put the heater on again. Oh, just for a little while. Just while I warm my nose up. It's bright red as well. Egg fried rice. Sometimes that's dry. I like my own egg fried rice when I do it myself. It's awkward texting with your left hand, yeah. I remember a while, many years ago, I had a phone that you could talk into it and it would type. And I've never had one since. You walked in your slippers. Did nobody think you were a little bit odd, Dolly, walking out in your slippers? You're checking back on messages with a friend. Not the one that likes a drink. No, not that one. I've got a cold nose. Yeah, I used to be able to do that on one of my phones. It's a long while since. And you could speak to it and it would type what you'd said. Oh, you can you? Oh, aren't you lucky? Mine doesn't do it anymore. Mine, I haven't got a fancy dancy phone. My phone's been very strangely quiet, actually. Have I turned the messages off? Well, I should think they might think you're homeless if you wander around in your slippers, Dolly. No, I've got everything turned on, I think. The settings. So unusual it's not been go beepity beepity beep at me. No, it's all switched on. No, nobody loves me. No, it's working, I think. Very scruffy, isn't it, mine? There you are. It's working! Dee, 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 dee. And it's going zip, zip, zip as well. It'll say, one missed call. Yeah, it's working. Oh, goodness, the crochet crowd. DIY your own crochet Christmas tree. There you are. You want to watch the crochet crowd? He's DIYing his own Christmas tree. A UK medic who used to come on here at one time. He's on a drone on the castle of Grignan in France. He's doing his drone. Blossom crochet. This has to be the most beautiful yet. Really? Right, okay. Stitches and Jacks is doing a Vlogtober part 1. Well, it's the 11th, so I don't think it's Vlogtober. Thought you had to do it every day if you were doing Vlogtober. And somebody liked my photograph. Oh, thank you. Oh, right. Afternoon tea at the church hall. We sound like Miss Marple. She's always at afternoon tea at the church hall with her knitting, isn't she, Miss Marple, when you listen to those songs? Not songs, stories. I fall asleep to Miss Marple, and I never get to the end. I never know who done it because I've always fallen asleep. And then when I wake up, I can never remember which story I was listening to. I've listened to more half stories from Miss Marple. And it's funny, if you have the text underneath, they call her Miss Marble. And her friend is Mrs. Bantry, otherwise known to her friends as Dolly. So there you are, Dotty Dolly. Mrs. Bantry is known as Dolly if you listen to Miss Marple on warm, what's it called, warm places or something. He does, this is Edward. He does the reading. Yeah, there's loads of them on, I think it's called Warm Places or Warm something or other on YouTube. And they do one every day, Miss Marple. I don't think they were actually written by Agatha Christie, these stories, but they're on the lines of. And as I say, her best friend is Dolly Bantry. So there you are, Dolly. You see, you're in Miss Marple. But I keep falling asleep before I get to the end. Oh dear. Never mind. Oh, I've split a stitch. Don't. I've only gone back 3 stitches, so stitch is split. No, I don't buy any. I just listen to the ones on YouTube. I started off listening to May Gray. You know, George Simenon. Then I went through all of them. And then I've gone on to Miss Marple now. I try not to buy anything. I'm a bit mean. Hence we're on to subscriptions, which I don't do. That bugs me though, this subscription thing. When you want to do editing tools or you want to, you know, alter your photographs, like make them lighter, darker and stuff, it's never any. You used to buy a CD, didn't you? Put it in the computer and it was on. That was it. But now, no, it's $9.99 a month. And I'm like, I don't use it that often. I don't want to pay $9.99 a month. I want to buy it, put it on my computer, and it be there. But when you think back, when we were on Windows 8 or 9 or whatever it was, it had loads of different editions, didn't it? You had the Office, you had everything else all for free. But now, no, Microsoft Office, you've got to buy it. The editing tool, you've got to buy it. Everything that we had before, got to buy it. As I say, I wouldn't mind if it was a one-off. You installed it, one-off, end of story. But no. The whole world has gone greedy. Except me, I'm not greedy. I'm not greedy. You can buy me a coffee if you want, though, but I'm not greedy. I just keep dropping hints, you know. Buy me a coffee, please. I'm poor. Got no teeth, I'm poor. You've got your grapes. You've not missed a lot. I don't say anything that thrilling that you've missed anything. I was only saying before, if you listen to Miss Marple on YouTube, she's got a friend called Mrs. Bantry, and she's called Dolly. So that's the only thing you've missed. I'm hungry. I'm hungry. What can I eat? Had enough tea. I shouldn't be hungry. Oh, you missed that. Dolly Bantry, she's called, yeah. It's free on YouTube. The Miss Marple stories. It has to be the one by Warm. I think it's called Warm Stories or something. Whatever it's called. Oh, what's some more I got on? She's got a jacket that looks like it's done all in. Granny Squares. I must watch that later. A YouTube from Amora. Come on, where's... Oh, I don't know. Oh, she hasn't done it. She's tried it on, I think, at the Knit and Stitch she's gone to. She's got a blue jacket on, all covered in squares. I thought she'd made it, but she hasn't. Okay, I'm going to have to do the search. Miss Marple. Warm Pages, it's called. And they do, as I say, it's inverted commas. It's not by Agatha Christie, I don't think, because they do one every single day, if you like Miss Marple. Yeah. Miss Marple. And he always goes, "Welcome, my name is Edward. I'm from Warm Pages. I would love to know where you are listening from. Will you write in the comments where you are listening from?" I read all of your comments. I thought, yeah, I bet you do. I am not a robot. I hate it when they use those automated voices and they don't put the full stops in the right places, do they? They sort of blur all over where the full stop should be. And then when they get to anybody's name, they go, and Dr. Baxter. They always stop before. If it's a doctor or a colonel or something, they always stop, pause after they said doctor or colonel. And then there's a long pause before they say the name. So you can always tell when it's an automated. So Edward, I think, must be an AI-generated voice. He's got a very soothing voice. It makes me fall asleep anyway. Tesco Finest Tiny Black Grapes. I usually have green ones, actually. I'm not as keen on the darker grapes. Probably better for you. Things that are darker usually are, aren't they? TV. Oh, I'm a very cluttery person. My coffee table is like a disaster zone. I'm not minimalistic in the slightest. Are you going to have an Ovaltine? We are the Ovaltine's happy girls and boys. Anybody who's as old as me remembers the Ovaltine's. You could join the club, get a badge. Because we all drink Ovaltine, we're happy girls and boys. Well, that's why you brought your china cup, because of the clutter. I'm terrible with stuff. I want things there. I don't want things in a drawer, in a box, in a bag. I like it there. If I want my tape measure, I want it there. I don't want to have to go hunting for it. I just love clutter. My kitchen's got stuff on every surface, you know. Oh, you can see my grapes, can't you, there? There, behind me, green grapes on the counter. I sorted them out because some of them were going a bit off, so I pulled out the good ones and put them on the counter. Now, I'm very sort of boho-y in my ways, you know, I like things around me. You should have seen me when I was moving. I had things in boxes, I had things not in boxes. Then I was looking in boxes for things I'd packed but I still wanted because I'd already packed them. Oh. I mean, what you didn't know, what I didn't say to anybody, I was moving in the November and that fell through. So then I didn't move until the January. So half of my stuff was packed away and I didn't know whether I was coming or going. That house has finally gone up for sale. You know, the house that I was supposed to be buying, that he died and he had to go to probate and everything. It's finally just gone up for sale. So it's a good job I didn't wait for it, isn't it? Because I've been here since the end of January and what we're October now and it's just gone up for sale. So they must have had to wait a long while for this probate and everything. When you die without a will and everything like that, it just causes havoc, doesn't it? Havoc. You're researching a new muffin recipe. What will it have in it? Is it a fruity muffin? I mean, I won't eat blueberries, but I'll eat the bit of muffin. That is worse than me, Chris, I've got to admit. But I've still got some boxes in the garage with, I think it's got cowls and stuff in, which I've never unpacked because I've got nowhere to put them. Things that went on a hanger I've unpacked because they're on a hanger in the garage, on a clothes rack. But things like the hats and the cowls, I've got nowhere to put them, so they're still in a bag. Dark chocolate, dark cherries and rum. Oh, it's got rum in. Got rum in. That's my kind of thing. I like rum. I don't drink much, but when I do drink, I like a rum. I watch a lady that lives on a narrowboat, and she's called the Narrowboat Pirate. and she likes rum, and everybody keeps bringing her bottles of rum of all different kinds and stuff. So she's got quite a collection of rums. You know, anybody who comes to visit her brings her a bottle. Oh, I won't be getting new carpets, Dolly, that's for sure. I can afford them. I'll just live with what I've got. Yeah, you unpack things and you can't find what you really want, and then you open another box and you think, have I really brought that? Why did I keep that? Oh, she's had Kraken rum. Yeah, it's very strong, isn't it, that? Yeah, she finishes off every episode of the Narrowboat Pirate with a drink of rum. Different kinds of rum, usually. I think the Kraken one is the one that's very strong, isn't it? That strips the fur off your eyeballs, yeah. The carpet in my craft room is really bad, but it'll have to do. It'll see me out, yeah. And I still haven't scrubbed this kitchen floor. Life is too short to be scrubbing kitchen floors. It annoys me and it bugs me, and every time I look down I think, oh God, Janet, do something. And then I get up in the morning and I'll think, no, I'll do a bit of crochet. No, well, today I did some washing. Mostly it was dry. It's just finishing off now in the conservatory. But it mostly dried outside, even though it wasn't sunny. I'll say that for this bungalow. It dries washing good outside. Whether it will in the winter is another matter, isn't it? But I considered buying one of those heated drying racks. I was a heavy drinker when my marriage was ending. I was terrible. That's why I won't drink now. I don't trust myself. I will have a drink. I mean, I didn't drink for 5 years after I went, cold turkey. As soon as he left, I stopped drinking. But I won't go drink now, really. If I have a drink now, I'll have one. I just won't bring the bottle. I've got drinks in the cabinet here that I bought not last Christmas, the Christmas before, except for the rum, of course. The rum I will drink, but the others I've had them 2 years, I think, now. Yeah, 2 years ago I went and got a load of drinks in, but then I moved them from the family cabinet. I moved them into my front room. I know it sounds a bit peevish, but I thought I've just spent all this money on that. I started before my divorce. I started drinking while he was still with me. Why were they told not to touch the bag behind the telly? Well, yeah. I used to leave my bottles all in bins all the way to work because I didn't leave them in my dustbin. I didn't want my dustbin men seeing a big pile of bottles. No, as soon as he left, I thought, what are you drinking for? Stop it. And I did. But now, like I say, yeah, well, I put it in the family one and it all kept disappearing. And I thought, hang on a minute. Every time I wanted to drink it, it disappeared. I'll be wearing my woolies out now. This one's gone very fluffy. I've never smoked, Sophie. That's one thing I've never done. I tried it when I was a teenager, because we all do, don't we? But at the time, I used to wear very, very heavy black makeup. And I coughed and spluttered that much. It was running down my face like rivers. And I thought, this is not a good look. And also, I was at school, and at the school I was at, you would have got expelled if you were caught smoking. So it didn't seem like a good idea to start. So I didn't drink it at all until my marriage started going completely AWOL. And I never drank at all when I was young. Yeah, now I do crochet instead. I don't drink now. The stuff you needed to move with. All right. No, alcohol did agree with me. That was the trouble, Chris. I was never really drunk. I was a functioning alcoholic. Nobody ever knew I was drinking. Not even my ex. I was hiding the bottles. I could be fully functioning and do everything. Do my knitting, my crocheting and watch the telly, and nobody knew I was drinking. Not a good thing to do, though. Not good for your health. Cigarettes and whiskey and wild, wild women. They'll drive you crazy. They'll drive you insane. Who used to sing that? God, I'm showing my age, aren't I? Coming back with these old songs. My ex-husband used to say, when were you born? When I'd be singing musical songs. My aunties used to sing to me, you see. When I was kiddie, they'd sing me the old musical songs, like my old man said, Follow the Van. That could be why we're diabetic, yeah. Could be the fact I used to eat a bar of chocolate every day. Could be something to do with it as well. Actually, I asked my diabetic nurse, why. I said, is it something I've done in the past? Is it the fact I ate sweets and chocolates and God knows what? And she said, when you get to a certain age, your pancreas starts packing up. And I thought, oh, that's good. So in other words, it could be just your age. I shall call it that. I shall call it age-related diabetes. That's what I'm going to call it from now on. It's nothing I've done. It's not the cakes and the sweets and the biscuits that you've eaten in the past or the alcohol that you've drunk in the past. Age-related. Sounds better. Or does it? I don't know. It's getting there. Cigarettes and whiskey and wild. So we were talking about at Knit Club, toys that you had when you was kids. And I said I always used to want my cousins' toys because they had marionettes. And two of the women just looked at me as if I'd said something foreign. And I'm saying, Pelham's puppets. And they're going, No. And I'm like, am I really that old? But they were in the 70s, so they should have known what they were. Do you remember Pelham's puppets? You know, the marionettes that you had like a cross thing with all strings going down off it. I mean, the younger ones will remember the Thunderbirds when they had the strings. You started your Yarnsmith. This is what this is. This is Yarnsmith's. It's the dive colour. It's turquoises and purples. I've done the back and the front of that sweater I was doing last week. So I've got to the sleeve, so I couldn't concentrate on the pattern and doing the sleeve increases at the same time. So I decided to start a hexagon. Yeah, you're right there, Sophie. We're not vegan. As I say, I don't care if anybody's a vegan, so long as they don't start berating me for eating meat. You know, they get very sanctimonious, don't they, some of them? Why can't you be a nice, quiet vegan and just eat what you want on the quiet, you know? Why do you have to suddenly want everybody else to be vegan as well? Oh, God, have you ever been to a vegan wedding? Oh, dear. How depressing is that? You know, and the whole buffet's vegan. You're like, where's the sausage rolls? Where's the meat pies? Excuse me. I didn't realise it was a vegan wedding until I got there. I thought, can we call it the chippy on the way home? What the Pelham's puppets they are now, yeah. My cousin had my cousins, they were quite well off. The cousins on my dad's side, they had more money than we did. They used to have them walking, talking dolls, you know. And the puppets, all I ever had was Sooty, you know, the ham puppet. Never got a marionette, no. No chippy on a sun. No, there's no nice chippies round here. Well, there is a chippy, but it's in Cleveland. By the time I got it back home here again, it'd be cold. And I don't want to sit in a chippy on my own. No, I miss my chippy Impress, which it was a brilliant chippy, that. My chippy tea was Fridays. Friday was always chippy tea. I think it stems from the fact when people used to get paid once a week. You used to get your wages on a Friday. So even if people were poor, it was always chippy tea was a Friday. It's tradition in the north, it's a chippy tea on a Friday. If you listen to Peter Kay. Yeah, we all used to get paid once a week on a Friday, didn't you? And then when I got a job that was paid once a month, I was like, oh my God. Because you had to work a month in, didn't you, before you got paid? You know, you'd no money saved up, had you? Have you ever tasted that vegan bacon stuff? Oh my giddy aunt. And vegan cheese, you might as well just chew on an India rubber. I bought some accidentally. I saw this offer on cheese when I was in the supermarket, and you know, I didn't look. I just thought, oh, that's a bargain. That's really cheap. I'll get that cheese, big block. Gets it home, looks at it, vegan cheese. It wouldn't even grate. It was like grating rubber. Yeah, chippy tea. Yeah, my chippy tea when I was little used to be a mixture. If you're from Oldham, you know what a mixture is. It's peas at the bottom and chips on the top, and then when you get back, you put loads of tomato sauce on it and you chop it all up. I was down south one time and I went in and I said to this guy, "Can I have a mixture?" And he went, "You're a long way from Oldham, aren't you?" And I went, "What?" He said, "You're the first person," he said, "who's asked me for one of them since I moved from Oldham to," I think I was down in Bournemouth. He said they don't know what a mixture is down here. Oh, that vegan cheese. Oh, don't ever buy it. It's just like chewing on a piece of rubber. It won't grate or anything. I don't know how they can say they like it. Oh. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. You bought it, have you, as well? Ooh, I bought it by accident, never again. But you know, when I worked at Asda, what must be about 30 years ago now, we couldn't get rid of the vegetarian stuff. I used to be going through the dates and throwing it away because nobody bought it. All that Linda McCartney stuff. It used to go on the shelf because we had a little section, only a small section, of this vegetarian stuff. And I used to have to go through the dates because, the dates would go out before anybody bought it. And we used to put it in the reduced section and nobody bought it then. And it finished up in the skip outside. How times have changed. Yeah, they wouldn't even buy it when we reduced it to half price. It never got sold. But now the vegetarian section's bloody miles long, isn't it, in a supermarket? And I asked Blair once at Marks and Spencer's because this whole thing. I said, "Stop trying to force me to be a vegetarian, will you?" I said, "You've got blooming rows and rows of stuff that's all vegetarian." I said, "I don't want it, thanks. Where's the sausages? The proper ones we're eating." I'm very hungry. Don't know why. Oh, it'll pass over. They won't keep it up. Lots of food things are fads, aren't they? You just wish that all that fast food stuff would be a fad and then we'd all be a lot healthier. Not that I eat it because I don't. I can't tell you when I last ate KFC and McDonald's. Years, I think. Oh, excuse me. The only thing I liked at McDonald's was McFlurries, the ice creamy things with the chocolates in. That was the only thing I went to McDonald's for. But half the time the machine was broken, yeah. Do we care if we offend people? When you get to my age, Sophie, you don't care anymore. That's the beauty about getting old. People don't expect you to be good anymore, to be nice. You can speak up. They think, oh, she's some dotty old lady. It's Boracic out there, is it? Oh, I've not been out, and I'm not going out. I've even found my, what do you call them? Draft excluder. I need one for the front door as well. I've got one behind the patio, the conservatory door. I ordered a red one, but they sent me a black one. Yeah, when you get older, they don't expect you to be good anymore. They think, oh, she's just dotty old woman. You get away with saying what you feel like when you get older. You just think you're a bit eccentric. Oh dear. Life's too short. People get offended over nothing these days. You know, things that we just took for granted when we was kids. You know, when I was younger and I was working at the bank and that, and the manager felt your bottom on the way past, you just put up with it, you know. We didn't go, oh, how dare you touch me, you violated my body. You just give them a clock. Hit them where it hurt. Get your hands off me, don't touch me. You have offended me. Just jab them with your elbow. Oh, sorry, did I hit you in the private? So didn't mean to do that. Oh, Lord. Too many blooming, what do they call it? There's a word for them, isn't there? Too many of them these days. I don't need the door opening for me. I'm an independent woman. I want the door opening for me, thank you. I'm carrying 3 bags and it's very polite of you to open the door for me. I am offended. Oh, yeah. Militant. The topic of the day just seems to be all over the place, Lydia. We don't seem to have one. The topic of the day is Lydia's weight. Lydia always comes on just when we're going off. We've bounced about all over the place today. We've been talking about vegans, marionettes. What else have we been talking about? Can't remember. I always remember when we were kids and we used to say, what time is it? And somebody always said, time you got to watch. Do you remember that retort? Yeah, we've not had a topic, have we? There's not been as many people in today, that's probably why. It's been quite quiet. My shoulder's starting to ache now. I think when I get round this round, Yeah, it's 10 minutes to midnight, 10 minutes to the witching hour. You'll have to get one of them trolleys on wheels, Lydia. I had to get one of them at first when my back started to go bad, when I could still walk. I used to take my wheeler and I put a bag on top of the wheeler and I had a rucksack. And that's how I used to do my shopping. When I could still walk and I didn't have the car and I didn't have the scooter back in the day. When anybody says that to me, Dolly, I always imagine like mushrooms growing on your feet. I don't know why. I don't imagine it's something internal. It always reminds me of like athlete's foot or something. Now you need to get a trolley. You're having problems with your legs. Oh God, you're a fraction of my age, Sophie. Look, when you get my age, it's fun. Not. It's like a lottery with me. Which bit hurts what day it is. Still getting weird noises. Yep, it's getting near the witching hour. I can tell I'm going really, really tired. I've got one more corner to crochet around then. Well, you should ask Linda about that. Linda's been through that. I actually slept the other night and I didn't wake up till 10 o'clock, but I hadn't slept for most of the week, so I guess that was okay to have a late morning. I think it was Friday morning I woke up at 10 o'clock. I thought, what time is this? Yeah, she's more or less all right, aren't you, Linda? My shoulder is hurting now. Ow. I need to finish this row though. I don't like leaving it in the middle of a row. Oh. Well, it'd be hard lines for Linda because she lives upstairs. She lives in an upstairs flat with no... Yeah, I'm going to bed in a few minutes. I'm going to eat something though, my stomach's rolling. I know you shouldn't eat right before you go to bed, but... No elevator where Linda lives. It's just a 2 or 3 story walk up, as you call them in America. I took photographs of the shawls, but I haven't took photographs of the The baby cardigans, they're still in the garage. But I did take photographs of the shawls because I thought she was going to come and pick them up, but no such luck. She's not picked them up. So the old dears will have to wait a bit longer. I took a picture of me wicked jacket, so that's on Facebook. And the granny square throw, that's on Facebook as well. Yeah, you know what I'm like. I say I'm going to do something, and about 3 years later I do it. Yeah. You mowed the lawn? I haven't got a lawn. I've only got paving stones. I hoovered. I washed the dishes, but then I've got some more now that need. I did all this today's, and then I cooked again at tea time. I've not washed them up yet. I'll do them in the morning. Right, good night, Dolly. Oh, I'm stopping now. I've had enough. It's that big now. It's like a little child's cardigan size at the moment. Night, Dolly. Ooh. Ooh. That's me finished for the night with that. I've had enough. My shoulder's hurting now. I'll turn my fire off. Oops. And I set fire to my fringe. It dangled in the fire. Oh. 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 Oh my goodness. Can you wake me up when it's morning? I'll just have a little nap. It's been a quiet one today, Sophie. Quite a few people have been missing today, haven't they? You're sleeping in the chair. It's a good idea. I sleep better in my chair than I do in the bed. My recliner. Start watching something on the telly, I tip my recliner back, and then next thing I know, it's about 2 o'clock in the morning. I have a better sleep in there. But I shouldn't do that because I need my CPAP machine. Well, I can't do it, so I'm glad you can do it then, yeah. It might alter what you say, though. I did find it did a lot of bloopers when I was doing that, but maybe your machine's better than mine. Yeah. Well, people, I finished my crochet I'm going to do for today. I'll have to go back to doing the sleeves on that other one. I only started this because I couldn't be bothered increasing and doing the pattern at the same time. I don't like having too many things on the go. You're always tardy to the party, Lydia. We get used to it, love. I just feel sad that you miss most things, yeah. Right, people, I'm going to go to bed now, so I shall see you all when I see you all. If I make a video in the middle of the week, you might see me there. You might not. Depends how I feel. Or if I've got anything to tell you. Don't think I've got much to tell you, but never mind. Oh, we missed Shad because he didn't want to know my necklace, did he, today? He wasn't on. Okie dokie. I shall speak to you all very soon. So bye for now. Thank you for keeping me company. And I've gone very tired, as you can see by the eyeballs, yeah. I shall speak to you soon. Bye now.